3 months ago, I dropped a video titled Godzilla Lost Media, where I talked about all of the various Godzilla TV specials, live events, and deleted scenes that were lost and have never been released to the public. This includes the deleted scene from the 1954 movie where Godzilla eats a cow, as well as the partially released 1983 fan film Godzilla vs. the Wolfman. However, the most recent inclusion in that video was a scene from the 2014 American Godzilla movie that featured veteran Godzilla actor Akira Takarada. The scene in question features the film's protagonist, Ford, meeting with a Japanese immigration officer played by Takarada. The scene was filmed but ended up getting scrapped from the final cut. The only evidence that the scene even existed was a still image from an art book, as well as the film's director, Gareth Edwards, posing with Takarada in a set photo. For some bizarre reason, this deleted scene wasn't included in any of the special features for the physical releases for the film. That was until this week, when Legendary released a MonsterVerse 5-film Blu-ray box set in 4K Ultra HD. This elusive scene was finally made available to the public after a decade of being lost media. If I'm being honest, I have no idea why this was even cut. The scene itself is only 20 seconds long in total. Sure, it doesn't necessarily progress the plot in any way, but showcasing Akira Takarada is always a plus. Is it fan service? Of course, but I didn't see people complaining when Lou Ferrigno made a 20-second cameo in the 2008 Edward Norton Incredible Hulk movie. So, how did we get here? Why was this scene released? What did fans have to go through in order for it to see the light of day in the year of our Lord, 2024? First and foremost, the website Toho Kingdom is largely responsible for this scene being released in the first place, so all credit goes to them. A lot of my sources in this video come straight from Toho Kingdom and their post about this, so go and show them some love. Link in the description. Specifically, the article that was written by Chris Mirjahangir. For those unaware, Akira Takarada was in the original 1954 Godzilla movie as Ogata. On top of that, he also appeared in films like Mothra vs. Godzilla, Invasion of the Astro Monster, King Kong Escapes, and Godzilla Final Wars. While attending G-Fest in 2010, Takarada showed interest in being in the upcoming American Godzilla film. A fan named Tim Bean created a fan petition to make this dream a reality. Tim eventually got in touch with Max Borenstein, one of the writers on Godzilla 2014. From there, a game of telephone was played, where it somehow ended up in the lap of director Gareth Edwards, who loved the idea. Thus, Akira Takarada was casted in the film. The scene was shot and set photos were released to the public. However, about a year before the movie was actually released in theaters, Legendary announced that Akira Takarada's cameo would be cut from the film. Director Gareth Edwards stated the following about his feelings on it. From an emotional point of view, in terms of my love of Godzilla, the hardest thing was Akira Takarada. He was in the original films and did a cameo for us on day one, and it felt very appropriate at the time because he played an immigrations officer who welcomes Aaron Taylor Johnson's character to Japan. So it was like this perfect day one first shot, and then when we constructed the film, basically there was a lot of pressure to get on with the adventure and get to the monsters as soon as you can. And so lots of things came out of that part of the movie, and I hung on to that until the last second, and it was still deemed by the screenings when we tested it that we had to get it shorter, and so that ended up having to go, which is probably my biggest regret. Following this news, fans petitioned for the cameo to be reinstated into the film, but to no avail. The film was released, and there was no Akira Takarada cameo. The Blu-ray was released, and there was no Akira Takarada cameo. It wasn't even in the deleted scenes on the bonus features. It just wasn't there. In 2020, there was this MonsterVerse watch-along live tweet type deal where the various directors of the MonsterVerse would be watching their own movies and then tweeting about it. So, for example, Gareth Edwards was live tweeting for Godzilla 2014 as he watched it. He talked about other lost deleted scenes from the film, like Ford falling asleep to old Toho movies. He didn't state which Toho movies, he just said Toho movies. And the opening credits with Godzilla being nuked was actually its own original scene, but was then condensed into one scene with all of the old archival footage of the title sequence. The most interesting, though, was a scene involving dead miners in a cave. Look at this makeup work. I don't even know if I can show this on YouTube. I might actually have to like take this video down and edit this out and like blur it because this is insane. Granted, YouTube gods, this is makeup, relax, it's okay. But still, it's so fucking creepy. For a Godzilla movie, this is wicked, and I can't believe it was cut from the final version. Fast forward 4 years later, it's the 10-year anniversary of the MonsterVerse right now in 2024, and Legendary finally decided to let the scene see the light of day after an entire decade. It's honestly insane that this scene is finally out there after this long. So again, massive thank you to Chris Mirjahangir and for all of his hard work on interviewing the people involved and ensuring that this was actually seen by the masses. Also, thank you to Toho Kingdom for all of their hard work over the years as being one of the best like dedicated places on the internet for Godzilla fans across the globe. Seriously, it is a fantastic website. I'm not like sponsored. I'm shouting them out because they are incredible with the work that they do. Love them. They actually debuted that deleted scene in 4K without any watermarks or compression. So if you want to see it in its best quality possible, then go to Toho Kingdom. Check it out there. And with all of that out of the way, I'm Cole McCormick. You're watching Firewood Media. Really quick, I just want to say thank you so much. We just hit 10,000 subscribers on YouTube. I can't even like fathom this. It's insane. I started this channel just to kind of showcase my own original movies, and then eventually I started talking about other movies, and then I talked about Godzilla, and now we're here. So, I mean, hey, as a lifelong Godzilla fan, it's pretty cool interacting with like-minded people just like you. So, sincerely from the bottom of my heart, thank you so much for all the support recently. It's been nuts. Beyond all that, though, I just want to say thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.